Good day. I am Lauren Esmancera, and together with my co-researchers named Jane Rubello and Mariel Himelga. We are the proponents of this study entitled Capability of Bureau of Fire Protection Officers in Responding to Emergencies, a quantitative study. So let's start with the introduction. The problem and its background. The Bureau of Fire Protection of the Philippines is a government agency whose role is to suppress and prevent the outbreak of destructive fires, enforce relevant laws, and provide emergency medical and rescue services. However, in a configuration-prone country like in the Philippines, the BFP faces an uphill battle in carrying out its responsibility. So according to the BFP, the number of fire incidents in the first 2 months of the year 2022 rose by almost 13% as compared to the previous year. So they face budget constraints, poor fire safety measures, and also an inefficient fire services that usually and often leads to the destruction of the lives and properties of everyone. So therefore, we conclude that this study must be conducted in order for us to achieve these objectives, which is the main objective of this study is to determine and assess the capability of Bureau of Fire Protection officers in responding to emergencies. Specifically, the study seeks to answer these following research questions. So the first one is we want to know if what is the level of capability of Bureau of Fire Protection officers in terms of trainings and equipments. The next one is to know what is the level of the actions taken by the BFP officers in responding to emergencies in terms of fire safety management, fire safety enforcement, firefighting operations, and emergency medical services. The last objective that we want to achieve is that is there a significant relationship between the capability of Bureau of Fire Protection officers and the actions taken in responding to emergencies. Next.
Okay, so hypothesis. The hypothesis of this study will be tested at 0.05 level of significance, starting that there is no significant relationship on the level of capability of Bureau of Fire Protection officers in responding emergencies, and there is no domain in the capability of BFP officers that significantly determines the actions taken in responding to emergencies. Next. Okay, so next we have theoretical lens. So the theory of dependent variable is the fire dynamic theory. So fire dynamics can provide a fire officer with means to understand how fire grow and spread within the place and what is the best way to control or extinguish the fire. It is asserted that fire dynamics have supported and improved fire service activities like firefighting, rescue service, first responder, and fire service ever since. So fire dynamics theory greatly helps in fire services activities associated with preventative that includes fire safety enforcement and fire inspections. Next is the operational that is related in conducting operational fire service procedures and emergency medical services. Additionally, the fire safety enforcement, firefighting, and emergency medical services is under the section of the BFP Operational Manual 2015. So we anchored our independent variable in Republic Act number 11589, or also known as the Bureau of Fire Protection Modernization Act, which requires the BFP to develop and implement a fire protection modernization program. Senator Christopher Bongo said that the new fire protection law aims to address efficiently and effectively fire-related accidents by modernizing the country's firefighting capability that will benefit the communities by Sabadra 2021. So this will include the acquisition of modern fire equipment and the provision of specialized training for firefighters, among others. So next we have a conceptual framework. So our independent variable is the capability of Bureau of Fire Protection officers that has the indicators, trainings, and equipment. Then on our dependent variable, actions taken by the BFP officers in responding to emergencies that has the indicators, fire safety enforcement, firefighting operations, and emergency medical services.
Methodology. Participants. The subject and respondents of this study will be the Bureau of Fire Protection officers in the city of Tagum and municipality of New Corilla. The Tagum Fire Station is located at Barangay Kanukutan, Tagum City, while the New Corilla Fire Station is located at Rizal Ave Poblacion, New Corilla, Davao del Norte. This study will use random sampling. As the researchers gathered information, the Tagum Fire Station has the population of 30 BFP officers, while New Corilla Fire Station has the population of 12 BFP officers. Due to the tiny population of each fire station, the researchers decided to make the population of each office as the respondents of this study. Therefore, a total of 42 Bureau of Fire Protection officers in the city of Tagum and municipality of New Corilla will be our respondents. Materials and instrument. These researchers used an adaptive questionnaire from the study of Aquino et al. 2017 in relation to the BFP Operation Manual 2015 for the dependent variable and a survey from Taligatos 2012 for the independent variable. On the survey questionnaires, a 5-point Likert scale will be used where 5 is the highest range and 1 is the lowest. The first set of questionnaire deals with the capability of firefighters, wherein the indicators are trainings and equipment. The second set of the instrument deals with the action taken by the firefighters in responding to emergencies, wherein the indicators are fire safety enforcement, firefighting operation, and emergency medical services. Design and procedure. This study will use descriptive correlational research study. According to Infinite Kitchen 2021, a descriptive correlational study is one in which the researcher's primary goal is to describe connection between variables rather than attempting to establish a causal link. It used statistical analysis to both describe the current state of a variables or phenomena and to investigate the relationship between variables. This method appropriate for the study since the objective of the study is to consider the extent capability of BFP officers and their actions taken in their responding to emergencies. This will be the procedure. First, the researcher will write a letter of acceptance to the first station of Tagum and Ucarilla to participate in this study. Second is the researchers will administer the validated survey questionnaires to the 42 BFP officers. The validated survey questionnaire will be handed out to the respondent through hard copies and the convenience of the officers and will be retrieved immediately after the administration. It will be retrieved by the researchers in participation for the collation and tabulation of data. The result will be given to the statistician for the appropriate treatment and computation of data in accordance with the problems raised in the first chapter. For the statistical tool, mean and person R will be utilized. Mean, this statistical tool was used to determine the level of capability of Bureau of Fire Protection officers and the level of action taken by the BFP officers in responding to emergencies. Person R, this statistical tool was employed to determine the significance on the relation between the capability of BFP officers and action taken by the BFP officers in responding to emergencies. The computation of data will be based on the hypothesis at a 0.05 level of significance. That's all. Thank you.